because nobody is listening. They don't care what is happening to these people. They don't. I'm literally coming here every day and watching them kill them.
Hey guys, it took a long time to think about whether or not I should respond to this video because I knew it would be a lot more controversial. It's very, very evident and very, very clear that this nurse has a lot of medical knowledge and a lot of experience. And it's also very clear that she's here in New York on the front lines and she's not speaking secondhand from something that she heard from one of her friends. And to be honest with you, I'm super happy that she came to help us here. I don't know what hospital she was at, and once again, I can't speak to whatever hospital she was at, but I'm sure that she did a lot of good while she was here, and she seems to advocate for her patients very, very strongly, which is awesome. But then she took it just a tad too far, in my opinion. She took it like way too far, and she was actually very, very disrespectful to many people who got sick and the many people who cared. So I can't comment on a 30-minute long video. I'm just going to comment on like 5 or 6 key points, keep this short, and try to keep it non-controversial. I'm going to try to cut out a lot of the swearing as well. So here we go.
A patient had a heart rate of 40, and the resident started doing chest compressions on him, which is not what you do. You just externally pace them, or you give him some atropine. And then, I run in there to stop him from doing chest compressions on somebody with a fucking pulse. And then he decides to push epi. He throws some pads on him to defibrillate the guy in bradycardia. Okay, he has a heart rate of 40 in a stable, bradycardic rhythm. We just need to give him some atropine and pace him. He fucking defibrillates him and kills him.
Okay, so 100%. If everything that she described just then is accurate, she is 100% correct. The thing is that if you've ever worked in a hospital or if you've ever witnessed a rapid response team, it's not like on TV. It's not like on ER where George Clooney walks in, he shocks a patient, everything's super well controlled. It's sort of a very dynamic and a very fluid situation. So just to play devil's advocate in this situation, if this resident that she's talking about, if he walks in and he sees a very bradycardic pulse like that, and he doesn't feel a pulse, which can change second to second, right? So if she felt a pulse, or if she felt a pulse and then he went after her and didn't feel a pulse, then he did the exact correct thing. He started doing compressions, because that is, by definition, pulseless electrical activity, and that is an indication to do CPR. And then if that resident then saw some sort of shockable rhythm, if he saw like VTAC or VFib, that is 100% correct as well, to shock the patient. So I think the important thing to note here is that things change on a second-to-second basis in these crisis situations. And her experiences from her point of view may have been correct, 100%. But if that resident experienced what he experienced, then he is also correct.
Here they're just gonna let them rot on the vent. They're medically mismanaging these patients. And I'm not a doctor, guys. I'm not professing to be a doctor by any means. But there's, like I said, basic standards of care that we have to do. Like, when somebody's low on blood, like literally on the brink of a critical low blood level, we should replace the blood. But I asked the residents, and they're like, does he have internal bleeding? And I said, no. Then they're like, well, we're not replacing the blood. Well, here's the thing. In these COVID patients, they all eventually need a blood transfusion. Their blood, if you don't have enough blood to actually oxygenate your body, the vent settings don't fucking matter, okay? They don't matter because you have no oxygen carrying capacity of your blood, okay? I told you about the patient where all that.
Okay. On an extremely basic level, she's correct, right? So blood carries oxygen to our body, and without blood, we can't carry oxygen to our body. It's extremely oversimplified, and it's definitely way more complex than that. But what she doesn't mention is that during this pandemic, when everything was happening, this created a pretty significant blood shortage. So during this time, people were not able to donate blood because they weren't able to come to blood banks to donate blood because everyone is at home during the stay-home order. This created a large blood supply shortage. There's actually a lot of data that show that giving excessive blood transfusions is a very, very dangerous thing to do to people. And just targeting a higher number or targeting a specific number might not be the correct method or the correct evidence-based guideline to follow. So yeah, that's just oversimplifying things and just a way that she sort of uses like some of her medical knowledge to sort of twist the facts and twist things and pervert them based on her own medical opinion. So definitely disagree on that one. Let's watch the next one.
So I'm pretty sure that patient will be dead here in a couple hours. And this is why I freaked the fuck out yesterday. Because nobody is listening. They don't care what is happening to these people. They don't. I'm literally coming here every day and watching them kill them.
Hard stop.
We're not going to save everything.
Hard stop. So we are not trying to kill the patients, and even the people that she's describing in her videos are not trying to kill the patients. The resident who was trying to do CPR, if he didn't feel a pulse when the patient's bradycardic, he's doing CPR at a risk to himself. Patient's aerosolizing the COVID from his lungs. So he's risking his life to try to save this person's life. If he didn't feel a pulse, once again, that's the correct thing to do. She describes an anesthesiologist who intubated the patient. But that anesthesiologist did that intubation with the intention of helping the patient. Okay? So he did it at a risk to himself. He actually has the most dangerous job because he's staring down the vocal cords of somebody as the COVID is literally spraying out into his face, trying to place this breathing tube. I don't understand what she means by these people are trying to hurt the patients. In her twisted opinion, she might think that, but these people are, and just generally, we're trying to help the people.
We're not treating the COVID, guys. Like, for real, we're not treating the COVID.
Hard stop. Once again, not really sure what she means by we aren't treating the COVID, but if she's talking about hydroxychloroquine, just put up a video about that.
Like, guys, they're not dying of COVID, okay? Like, yeah, people are gonna fucking die of COVID. Like, yeah, some people legit will end up with multi-organ failures and will legit throw the clots and kill them, like, and die, people. I fucking know this. I'm not like some fucking new grad, okay? That's gonna save everybody in the world, okay? I am literally telling you that they're murdering these people, and nobody will listen to me. I mean, like I said, I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure that when you defibrillate somebody with a heartbeat of 40 in a stable rhythm and you kill them, that's murder. And I'm pretty sure that when you put somebody's PEEP up to like 25 and PEEP doesn't go past, I think, like 15, 20, and you blow their lungs out and they die, I'm pretty sure that's murder. You know, I mean, I've watched a doctor drop a central line and fucking rupture like the subclavian like vein, and the guy fucking bled to death.
Okay, we have to stop right there. So that was a lot. The irony is that these people who are doing these critical care procedures, okay, are doing so with the intent of saving these people's lives at the risk of exposing it to themselves. I'm saying it again. So it's also super ironic that these measures are called heroic life-saving measures. What she said about PEEP was just completely wrong. So I'm not just completely disregard that. PEEP goes higher than 15, and sometimes often we use it higher than 15. So in conclusion, thank you for watching. I think despite her extremely vulgar but still emotional sort of statement, she very, very clearly cares about her patient, and that's awesome. She just takes it a little bit too far. And then I know some people are going to respond to this and say, like, I don't know why he's trying to, like, he's getting self-defensive about it. But then she says things like
Going
this.
to the unit. Let's see how they kill him there, okay? Stay safe. Stay out of NYC for your healthcare.
And that's why I take it personally. it's hard not to take that personally when employees at hospitals all over New York are getting sick and even dying, once again, trying to save these people. And she literally tells everyone to just stay out of New York for her healthcare. Well, she is entitled to stay out of New York for her healthcare, but we take care of people very, very well here. It's insulting that she says something like that. And honestly, it makes me a little angry, so I'm just going to end it there. But thank you for watching, guys, and have a good day. Stay safe.